Hey everyone, this is Rob. I wanted to record a quick demo to show everybody how to add an instance in CodeBot. These instructions are for company admins. If you're not a company admin, you can either request that your company admin add the instance. That is our preference. However, we also do have a form that if you fill out the form, we can add the instance for you. But if you are a company admin, let's go ahead and show you how to add an instance. Here's the form that we have online. You can fill this out. The instructions are all baked into the form itself. If you are looking for that form, you can find it as well as some other useful tools down here in Intercom. If you go to help, and then over here, you'll say instance. If you just search for instance, you can say adding an instance in CodeBot, and we've got a link to that CodeBot form there. One thing that's a negative about this that I do want to call out is that this does require sharing your password with us. This is why it is not our preference. We prefer that you go to your own company admin, or if you are the company admin, you just enter the password into the CodeBot window itself. Okay, to figure out if you're a company admin, you go to the little admin dashboard here and go to instances. And here's our list of instances. We're going to add a new instance. We'll say add new instance. All right, you can select your company, which should just be preloaded there. And then the host address is what is the beginning of the URL. We're going to use this instance, and you can see HCM41 preview is the host address there. So we'll go search through this, HCM41 preview. If you get redirected, if you log in and are redirected to an IIS host address, go ahead and copy that and paste that host address here. We, in this case, don't have an IIS instance, so this is just a standard login through the standard host address. The instance ID, that's the company ID here. So we can just pull that CodeBot for T1. The SF username, this is if you wanted to pre-fill the username for all of your CodeBot users so that they don't have to type that user in. I advocate not doing it this way. I think it's better to force each individual CodeBot user into their own CodeBot account. The way that you do that is through the permissions on the user side. So I would suggest leaving this blank. The S user ID, we can leave blank, login via provisioning blank, use proxy server blank. The authorized SF user ID, this is the user that needs to have the correct CodeBot permissions. Oftentimes, clients create a user, something like CodeBot API user, something like that is a name that they might use. In this case, we're just going to use SF admin. If you need to figure out what permissions CodeBot needs in order to run this execution, you can find in our help CodeBot permissions, the document, CodeBot permission document. That permission document, again, is available in Intercom here, CodeBot permission document, version 1. All right. Let's go ahead. The only kind of complicated part of this form is the client secret key and the private key. To do that, we need to pull the API and PEM certificates. Again, here you can just search for API key. We have those instructions preloaded for you, but I'll also quick demo how to do that here in SuccessFactors. But we'll go to Manage OAuth to client applications. You can see I've already preloaded CodeBot here, but I'm going to just demo what it's like to do a new one. Application name is CodeBot. API access for CodeBot. https://codebot.com. And then we'll say generate the certificate. The common name is the only other thing we need to fill out, and I'll say generate for that. Now we have this key. This is often interpreted as the key. This is not the key. This is only one side of the key. We need both. And so at this point, you have to click download, and then it will download the PEM certificate, and then you can register. You can go to view. And once you're in view, the API key here, you copy and paste this API key, That is the client secret key. And the PEM certificate, the private key, is the PEM certificate that we downloaded. We'll go to downloads and open the PEM certificate with either Notepad Plus or TextEdit. I have a Mac, so I'm using TextEdit. And once it's open, this is the PEM certificate that we just downloaded. You can copy and paste this entire first part, the first paragraph here, from the capital T all the way through the two equal signs, and begin encrypted private key. You copy and paste that into the private key here. And then the SF API username and SF API password. These are the usernames that need the permissions within CodeBot. I'm just going to use SF admin again, but some folks will use the created CodeBot API user that they create. And once I've got all of this information filled in, I'll say test the API credentials. And once I've tested it, you can see I get the passed test, and I can submit the form. Once my instance is added, I'll go into CodeBot. And when I add a new iteration, I can see my new instance there, and all of my necessary fields will get added down below, and we can start running executions to test if it has worked. If you have any other questions on adding an instance, please don't be shy about creating a meeting. We can go through these instructions with you and your company admin, or if you are the company admin, we can go through these instructions with you together. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.